Okay, Jon, we're in the show Metal Machine. We're in the 5th episode of the 1st season. So I got Đon Kораби, I got a legend here next by me. Welcome to Skopje, Macedonia, Jon.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's an unusual show. We're doing this on the bikes, you know.
Yeah, I'm digging this. This is cool.
I hope you like it.
Yes, yes.
Because I think you
makes me want to go home and ride.
Yeah, you ride bikes, right?
Yeah, I have. I don't have one. My friend has a Harley Davidson. It's called a 1948.
Okay.
So I've been riding his. I think I'm gonna get one after the holidays. Try and get a deal.
Thank you for being in the show. So I want to ask you the first question for your beginnings of the music career. What was the band? What was the scene back then? When was it?
I started out. I was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I started out playing like cover music in all the clubs back in Philadelphia, New Jersey, New York.
Like 80?
Late 70s, early 80s, yeah. And or maybe mid 70s. But I started playing, I guess, when I was around 17 or 18 years old, getting paid money to make music.
Yeah.
But it was cool. It was, you know, it was definitely eye-opening, and it was very difficult, though. It was like, you know, 4 sets, 5 sets a night, 1 hour sets, like 4 of them.
Yeah.
And just all covers Led Zeppelin and Dio and Van Halen and all that stuff. So it was cool. It was fun.
Rainbow and everything.
Yes, all of it.
Can you count on how many records do you play? Do you sing, or you never counted back in your career?
Well,
some of them were huge. I mean, like Motley Crue record.
There's the Scream.
Yeah, that's the first one you ever released.
Yes. Well, the band that I was in before that, called Angora, we did a record. They had 2 songs on it for KNAC. Okay. So that record, the Scream.
The Scream was like 90, right?
Yes. Yeah. And then 3 Motley records.
Yeah. So you did
3
Generation Swine?
What?
In Generation
I
Swine?
started it, and then Vince came back in, but I co-wrote some of that stuff. So there's three Union records.
Yeah.
And then my solo acoustic record.
I love it.
And then the Dead Daisies. And then I also did a record with Bobby Blotzer.
Rat.
From Rat, yes. His solo record.
The Infestation? No. No. But you co-worked.
It was called 24/7.
But you co-worked on some Rat record.
Yeah,
right?
yes. On the last Rat record they did.
The Infestation, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then not counting all the cover, there was a bunch of tribute records like Led Zeppelin. There's about 20 of those.
Yeah,
so it's a lot of
like all-star cover.
Yeah.
Stuff. What was your transition from the Scream into Motley Crue? It was your first record, the Scream, and they saw you, or you went to audition, and you went to Motley?
They had the record, and they did in America, they have a magazine called Spin.
Okay.
And they did this magazine, and Nikki was saying, "Oh, I love this band, The Scream." And I had a break from touring, and I just called him to say thank you for the plug.
Yeah.
And so I called, and I said, "Hey, it's Đon Kораbi," and I left my number to say thank you. And then I hung the phone up, and I was walking out the door, and the phone rang, and it was Nikki and Tommy, and they called me, and they said they had the Scream album, and they loved it, and they wanted me to come down like 2 days later and jam with them.
Yes. But you didn't know what was happening.
I was actually leaving to go do a show with the Scream, and we still had like 1 more show. So I went and I did that, and then they asked me, that was on like a Friday night, and they asked me to come Monday and jam with them. So I went Monday and Tuesday, and they said, "You're in." So it was weird. It was very quick, very quick.
You never knew that Vince was out.
Well, no, they told me that he was out, and they wanted me to sing for them, and I'm like, okay.
But I know you were called by Britney Fox and Skid Row and Motley Crue, but you chose Motley Crue.
Well,
What was the what was the
it was
the story?
I knew the guys in Brittany Fox.
Yeah.
And they you know, they had a singer, Dean Davidson. He left the band. But at the time, when I talked to Brittany Fox, I just got a record deal with the Scream. We just got a record deal.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. The thing with Skid Row was way earlier. They hadn't even been signed yet. They were just putting the band together.
Yeah.
I knew Dave Sabo for years.
They had a singer, a great singer before Sebastian Bach. I know. I heard him on some demos. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's what I heard.
Yeah.
I heard the demos.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, and again, I had just moved to Los Angeles, and I brought all my friends, my band with me from Philadelphia to LA.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to, I felt weird, like I can't bring these guys to LA and then say goodbye, you know what I mean, and go back to Philadelphia and record with Skid Row. So I said no. When Motley called me at the time, they were, you know, they just got off of, they just got done with Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah, yeah.
And Decade of Decadence.
Yeah.
So they were like one of the biggest bands in the world.
Huge band. Yeah, the biggest band maybe with Metallica too.
Yes. And so it was weird. I had already been in the Scream. We did our videos. We were touring. And to be honest with you, the Scream guys, we were kind of not getting along very well.
Okay.
So we were bickering a bit.
You didn't know what was the future.
I didn't know what the future of the Scream was going to be, so I left and I went with Motley.
Just to know, with I know you from that period because I started listening to Motley Crue in that period because I was a small kid, like 11, 12 years old. I was born in '81. So I saw you with Motley on Headbangers Ball. We had it. It was just Yugoslavia just broke, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
We were like all 6 different countries, and we had everything. We didn't have back in Yugoslavia, you know. We had cables and we had Headbangers Ball on Macedonian national television, you know, and everything. And on the 3rd channel, and we were just waiting for it once a week, you know. So I know you from those days, like 25 years ago. I remember clearly a small kid watching and like, what the fuck?
It's funny, like I have, right now, I've been doing the Dead Daisies, but I also have a solo band in America that I tour with, and we've been doing that material, that record in its entirety.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't see it. We never came to Europe. We never went to South America, Canada, nowhere.
You know, a lot of metalheads here, like Hooligan's Holiday, is their anthem, you know.
Yeah.
Here. But right here, man.
Well, it's funny. I just toured America, doing all that material, and right before I came here to Europe, I did a show in Nashville where I live, and we went into a club and we set up and we did the whole show, so the whole record live, and a couple of extra songs like 10,000 Miles Away.
Yeah.
So we did all the material live. And then I recorded it on a DVD and a live album. So when I go home, I have to mix this and get it all together. And hopefully, hopefully I'll be able to bring it over to Europe at some point. But if not, at least I'll have the DVD.
Would love to see that.
So
I hate it when some bands, legendary bands like Motley Crue, have another singer, and when the first singer is back, he doesn't sing the stuff from your album.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, what the fuck? Judas Priest also. Rob doesn't sing from Tim Owens' stuff, you know. I don't know why.
Maybe I don't know if it's ego or
maybe it's ego because why wouldn't he play Hooligan's Holiday when it was a huge hit?
I don't know. I have no answer for that question. But the thing is, though, now Tommy is doing his drum solo, and he has 3 songs from the record that I did in his drum solo.
Oh.
So the first thing you hear in the drum solo is "Drop Dead Beauty Stomp," and then he goes into it and he starts the drum solo with that. So I texted Tommy. Somebody sent me a YouTube video. So I texted him. I said, "Thanks thanks for letting me be in your drum solo.
Yeah.
Whatever. So we went back.
Is the one with the spinning?
No, with the roller coaster.
Oh, okay.
The one that he's doing now.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Sorry for asking this, but did that album sold platinum or no?
I think eventually it went platinum.
Yeah, years.
Yeah, it took a little while, but when it came out, it went gold, and then it just. But
gold is okay.
Yeah, gold was all right, but it was a disappointment in regards to their last studio record was Dr. Feelgood, which sold like 16 million copies.
Yeah.
So, I think our record did maybe platinum 1 million, and they were like, "No, this is not good." So, whatever. Life is as it should be.
I don't know why, because the singer of that record was better than the first one.
That's his opinion, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying.
My opinion. Okay, John, I want to ask you something about your Acoustics album. How did you come up with the idea of Acoustics? I mean, your voice is rock and roll, rock, hard rock, some heavy stuff in it, and you went to Acoustics. It is a great album. I'm a fan of the album, but how? Why?
You know what? A long time ago, when we were doing the Scream album, I met Steve Marriott from Humble Pie.
Okay.
And
Humble Pie, the ones that in the 60s, they were the Woodstock generation.
Yeah, with Peter Frampton and all. And,
oh yeah, Peter.
And Steve Marriott said something to me that just kind of stuck in my head for a while, and he just said, if you can take a song and strip it down and play it on an acoustic guitar, if the song and the melody and the words are strong enough, then you have a good song. So I just tried it, and, you know, it was my first solo record, and I didn't want to do, like, everybody would expect me to come and do something
a hard rock album,
heavier.
Yeah.
And I figured if I did this would kind of set me up for the future to be able to do pretty much whatever I want. Yes.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do an acoustic record, and it was really cool.
It was like a new start.
Yeah, it's that's what I wanted, a new start. And you know, I'm going to do a new electric solo record as well.
Great.
But
next year?
I probably, you know, but I just wanted to be able to open doors so that if I want to sit down and do some like maybe something like Queen, You're My Best Friend, piano, like a little bit of a, it would allow me to do that. And I think it did. You know, a lot of people were surprised.
Yeah.
But they say, like you said, I love the record.
I love the album.
It's a cool record.
It has percussion on it, bongos.
There's no drums. It's just acoustic guitars, a bass, percussion, and vocals.
Yeah, it is great. It is a great album. It's like, it sounds like a folk album, but it's not. You know.
Yeah. So it was cool. I think it definitely set me up for the future to be able to do whatever I want. So it's cool.
John, how did you start singing for the Dead Daisies? I mean, you're like the face of the Dead Daisies now. You know, you're like the sign for it, for the band right now.
I don't know if I'm the face. But,
but right now.
You know what? They had another singer before, a guy named John Stevens.
I know, the guy with the short hair, yeah.
Who I think is a great singer. He's got I just want to say that on the record.
Great singer. Unbelievable
singer, unbelievable songwriter, and I don't know what happened. Again, you know, it was like Motley. He went to go do something else, and they did this, and they had a trip to Cuba set up, and they were going to go record a new record. Sammarco called me. And he asked me if I'd be interested in checking it out, and I didn't know who they were. I never heard of them. So I sat down and I listened to a couple songs on YouTube, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I went and I met them in LA, and next thing I know I was in Cuba. Next thing I know, after Cuba, I was in Sydney, Australia recording a record.
Oh, so the record just after Cuba. The Cuban gigs are your first gigs with the Daisies?
I never even played with them. That was the first two shows we did. I think it was like an audition. They wanted to see how I was.
There's some rehearsal maybe.
Yeah. They wanted to see how I was, how I was to work with, and then how I would handle myself on stage in front of a lot of people. So we went to Cuba.
You did great with the Alex Harvey song.
I love that song. I love that song.
You did a great cover, man. I love your Midnight Moses, your song.
Yeah.
great video of it too.
I've always loved that song since I was 17 or 18 years old.
Yeah.
There was a band in Philadelphia growing up. They were called the Dead End Kids, and they used to play this song.
Oh, they were like a cover band. Also.
Yeah. But they had some originals.
Okay.
But they used to play the song, and I always thought it was an original song. And then years later, somebody gave me Alex Harvey record, and I heard the song, and I'm like, I heard this before, you know what I mean? And then I'm like, oh, the Dead End Kids, this is the song they used to do. So I've always loved the riff. I've always loved that song. And so when we all got together in LA, we were talking about a song or two to cover for the record. And I suggested Midnight Moses, so
also
it worked out.
You recorded Evil.
We recorded Evil and Midnight Moses in Cuba.
Yeah.
And then we went and wrote and finished the rest of the record in Australia.
I love the Evil song also. I told Marco before, I didn't know who was it from, but I love it from the Dee Snider's Widowmaker album. I don't know if you know it.
Oh, does he do it too?
Yeah, like 25 years ago.
I had no idea.
It was a great metal.
Well, but you know why? It's an old blues song.
Yeah.
And then a band called Cactus did it with, it was Carmen Appice. And
I heard of Cactus, but I never listened to it.
It was Carmine Appice, a guitar player, and then a bass player named Tim Bogart.
Carmen before.
They had a band called Cactus.
Carmen before Vanilla Fudge.
After.
But
I think they had a band called Cactus, and they covered it. And the version that we do is more like their version.
It's from Cactus, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about you're now with Whitesnake on tour, but you were with Kiss before.
Yes.
How was the experience with Kiss?
Awesome.
With the Kiss guys and with the Kiss crews also.
Yes. You know what, like I've known Eric and Gene since 1987. You know what? All those guys though, they heard the band, they heard the Daisies, they love the band, they love everything that we're about, and they basically asked us to come on tour with them. I guess the guys did some shows with them last year. This year we gave them the new record. As soon as we were done, we sent it to Gene and Paul, and they loved it. So they invited us to Europe, Australia, the Kiss cruise. So they're very, very, very nice guys. Like, we get along with them great. They're very accommodating. One of the few bands that, you know, a lot of headlining acts, they'll say, okay, here's the stage, but don't go over here. You're not allowed to use this part of the stage or this. And the lights are minimal, but they're like, whatever you want. Just use it. So they're very cool to us.
Because the other guys are like, you know, strict about it, because you have to sound in low volume because of them. They have to be, you know, the big one.
And Kiss was not like that with us at all. They let us use the whole stage. They gave us a lot of lights.
That is awesome.
And the volume was awesome. They were very cool to us.
And the Kiss cruise, it was great.
Same thing. It was awesome.
You were on the daylight. You go on daylight playing, or it was in the night?
The what now?
The Kiss cruise. It's, you know, you played with the days. Right?
Yeah.
At daylight?
We did a couple different shows.
Night.
We did 3 shows.
Oh, okay.
1 during the day and 2 at night.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so it was cool.
And some other bands too.
It was Kiss, Dead Daisies, Lita Ford, Steel Panther.
I saw them. They're great. Great showman.
This band called Fozzy. Do you know this
band? Also with Chris Jericho, right?
Yes.
The wrestler.
Yes.
Yeah, they're okay.
Yeah, so it was cool. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was good time.
Great stuff, man. So it's becoming the end of the show. I want to ask you about your 3 influential videos. You just tell me 3 videos that influenced you, or one of them to be yours, you know.
Well, let me think. That's a good question, because a lot of the stuff that influenced me, I don't know if they had video. You know what I mean? But honestly,
it's a television, man.
Here's what I'll do. I'll tell you the 3 bands that influenced me, and then you find a video, and you can play whatever you want.
I have to ask you. One is Led Zeppelin, right?
Yes. Number 1, Led Zeppelin, the Beatles, and Aerosmith. So any videos by those 3 bands, you have at it.
Any?
Pardon me?
Any video?
Any video.
Okay.
It's fine.
I like the old Aerosmith. I don't know like
yes, old Aerosmith, like when, you know.
Yeah, but like the 70s Aerosmith, like the Texas Jam Aerosmith.
Yes. So if you find any old 70s Aerosmith, 70 obviously 70s Zeppelin, and the Beatles, if you can find any videos on the Beatles, then that's what you use.
Thank you for this. Thank you for the show. Thank you for everything. We will see you tonight. It will. I know it's going to be great.
I hope so.
Thank you, Jon.
All right, brother. Thank you.